Hello everybody, this is Milesluigi. So, I'm going to be running a contest on my latest level, Tricks and Traps, and you can see a video of me beating this level at the end of this video, but for until then I figured it would be a cool idea to just run through all of the levels that I've made so far for Super Mario Maker 2, as well as provide a little bit of developer commentary. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the levels that I've made. First level that I wanted to show off is a level called Hard Hats Recommended. This is a level that was kind of stewing in my mind that I wanted to make for Mario Maker 2 basically before the game came out. This was based on the idea that I once submitted like one of my levels from the original Mario Maker for somebody on the Something Awful forums to play, and then they totally sucked at the part where Hammer Bros were on track. So I was like, you wanna know what? My first level in Mario Maker 2 is gonna be a level with Hammer Bros on track. So in this level, basically you really want to make use of the helmet on Luigi or Mario or whoever you're playing. I'm going to be playing as Luigi for all these videos to help deflect away from all the hammers from all the Hammer Bros. There's a hidden Yoshi in this level, as I'm showing here, and you can actually, if you want to get to the top of the flagpole, you're going to have to somehow figure out how to bring Yoshi throughout the entire level. So give it a shot. The second level that I wanted to show off is a level called Athletic Paradise. I absolutely love the Super Mario Bros. Athletic theme and its incorporation of the versus screen little melody. It was really good, so I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to make an athletic themed Mario 1 level, and I have to do it right away. So I decided to throw in a lot of like tropes that you would typically see in athletic levels, and just make it over a really fun level. It has an interesting setup to where you can choose when you want to hit the checkpoint, where after you complete one challenge, you can hit the checkpoint then, or if you want to save the checkpoint for until later, you can also choose to do that as well. That idea actually comes from a level from Yoshi's Island 4-4 specifically, so I decided to incorporate that into the level. There is one little bit in like the third pipe that I think is unintentionally a little bit more difficult than it should have been, judging by the amount of deaths there, so I'm just going to give you a heads up ahead of time if you want to try out the level. Just be prepared. The next level I wanted to share is called the Koopa Datacenter. This is another one of those, this is an idea from Mario Maker 1 level, but I decided to do this level even more justice than I did in the original Mario Maker, because I think a thing a lot of us did with the original Mario Maker is we just kind of threw a whole bunch of elements into a level just to see what stuck, and I definitely remember doing that with the original Mario Maker 1's Koopa Datacenter, so I decided, well, what would be a good thing to go alongside the theme of a Koopa Datacenter, and I decided, well, how about what is, I guess, the smartest Mario enemy? Magic Koopas. So this entire level, I mean, other enemies can spawn, and obviously the Spinies are used inside of the computers because, I mean, what else does all of Bowser's processing than Spinies inside of computers? But other than the Spinies and a couple other things, your main enemy here is going to be just the Magic Koopas, and the level is focused on a couple of ideas that Magic Koopas can do and using Magic Koopas to proceed through the level. I can actually give a little bit of developer commentary. The right path that has the outside area with all the blocks, that area originally did not have any gaps at all, so you would have to climb through that using the Magic Koopas. I ultimately got rid of that because I figured this is already hard enough of a level, so I did include some gaps to run through, and I'm kind of thankful that I did because I think the level would have been worse off had it had that additional challenge. The next level that I made, I'll have to admit, is a total troll, at least for multiplayer versus players. It's called Fight or Flight, and I made this level after getting inspired by seeing a level on Twitter that had the letters trust and just an on-off block and an on-off bridge, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to make a level that's kind of like this. So Fight or Flight, the entire premise behind the level is that it's really easy, you just have to fly through it in single player, but in multiplayer, it's probably impossible knowing the multiplayer versus all the on-off bridge shenanigans. I'm pretty confident everybody, like, this level's gotten 2 multiplayer versus plays, and I'm pretty confident those are the 2 multiplayer versus plays this level will ever get, because I'm reasonably confident everybody who played it on multiplayer versus booted it, but still, I would like to see those 2 plays if possible. If anybody has a video of one of those 2 plays, I want to see it. Next level I wanted to showcase is called SMBJ-1, and I'll be honest, actually, part of the point of this level is if you search around the beginning area, you'll find a hidden block that'll grow a vine, that'll take you to a pipe, and if you take that pipe, it'll read out of a message that says a no dev path and the angry sun will kill you. And I'm like, man, I have to have an actual level to go along with this, so I sort of made a level that basically mixes up a whole bunch of various motifs that you see in the original Super Mario Bros. Using the jungle theme, so that anybody playing the level will think that, hey, this is just a jungle-themed Super Mario Bros. 1 inspired level. And I clearly need to do this more often, because this level not only has a lot of likes, it has a lot of multiplayer versus plays, so the hidden troll in the level must not have defected too many people. Next level I wanted to show is called the Cat Clobbering Crew, and surprisingly, like, this level has its own video, and I can link that video in the description below. But the idea behind this level is that I got a really bad level in playing your levels that I decided to remake, and somehow it's become like my most popular level now, so maybe the lesson I need to learn from that video is to make more videos about me trying to remake bad levels, which I may end up doing in the future. But I kind of don't want to encourage that too much, because then I'm just encouraging people to send me awful levels to remake, so well, the cat's out of the bag now, isn't it? Next level I wanted to show off is called the new Ensuing Wall of Death. This is another level inspired by a level I made in Mario Maker 1. Since stackable enemies is a thing, I decided to make a level where you have the Ensuing Wall of Death, the big, tall, stackable enemies chasing after you, and making use of the scrolling effect where you can occasionally speed up the scrolling speed of the level made designing another level like this much easier to do. I remember having a lot of trouble doing this in the original Mario Maker, and I did have to come up with a little bit of a contraption at the beginning of the level to get this set up to work, because you can't place anything in the start block area, but I'm really proud with how this level ended up turning out. Next level I wanted to show off is another level made for multiplayer versus, specifically called Don't Break the Car. I actually gave it that name specifically because anybody who plays multiplayer versus might have the instincts to not take the car is a trap, but this level was explicitly made to make you have to use the car. And as the name implies, don't break the car. So this level's not too terribly difficult to get through. I'm surprised actually by its current clear rate. Apparently me including the paratroopa jump at the one part has just destroyed so many people, and just it completely surprises me that I guess no one knows how to drive a car. It also surprises me that the level has relatively few multiplayer versus views. Like, the level is completely balanced around multiplayer versus all of the paths are the same, and yet it has such few plays. It's like everybody who got in the car was like, boo, no car, no car, no car, no good. And finally, the last level I wanted to show you guys is called Tricks and Traps. This is the level that I'm going to be running a contest for you guys, which I'll talk about in a little bit more detail. First, let me talk a little bit about the level here. So I got this idea, basically thinking about, well, what would be an interesting level that subverts the ideas mentioned in Lesson 15 of Super Mario Maker 2's intermediary tutorial that says treating the player fairly, because I definitely run across many levels that tries to troll the player, and I thought, well, what if I were to design one, but I wanted to design it kind of fairly? So I figured, well, first off, it needs to have a name that implies that, hey, this level is going to be a little bit tricky, definitely using the puzzle tag for it, and second off, it has to be a ghost house, and this also gave me an opportunity to use the dark ghost house theme in the sub area, and I tried to give the player a lot of light in the dark areas because I didn't really use the darkness for darkness sake per sake. So anyway, regarding this level, there are a couple of things I have done specifically to assist in speedrunning this level. There's a couple of design decisions that just a normal player probably wouldn't think about, but if you take a step back and think about it, there's a couple of like speed tricks you can do to get through this level. There's also a nice little bonus area, which if you look at the icon for the level, that's the bonus area if you can figure out how to get there. It's not too hard to figure out how to get there, but the contest is going to be for person who has world record on this level at the end of August will win $25 from me. You'll want to get in contact on me on either Twitter, YouTube, or Discord so we can work out all the details of me sending you the money. And I definitely prefer a video, just because video is definitely the easiest proof. That way, like, if come end of August, it's just some random person who I have no clue it is, no clue how to contact, has the world record, it then becomes really difficult to run a contest, you know? So I will give you guys a little bit of a hint on the second area regarding speedrunning it. First off, there's a certain thing that you'll want to get. The normal solution to this puzzle is going to be getting the springboard, but the speedrun path is not using the springboard, actually. And second off, there's actually, the rooms are designated by the position of the fire bars. And the fire bars, if you read them like they're binary numbers, it actually tells you which room you're in specifically. So, Milesluigi giving you the super secret hints there. When you're in the dark rooms, look at the fire bars. They're telling you the room number in binary. So, anyway, I had a lot of fun making this level, coming up with this level, and I gotta say, now that the level is uploaded, now that we're at the end, The ending section there with the mushrooms, in case you didn't notice, the mushrooms are telegraphing all the traps, and not only does that trap telegraph, not only do I give a star to a player, some moron died to that thwomp, and I'm like, I gave you all the hints in the damn world to not die to that thwomp, and you died to that thwomp, you moron! Okay, that's enough of that. First person, or the person to get world record by end of August in the lowest level limit's $25. Follow me on Twitter because there will be a follow-up video showing that run, as well as other entries. Good luck, everybody. This has been Milesluigi. I hope you enjoyed watching these videos, or these levels in this video. And my pal Higsby has made a similar video to this one. He's not running a contest, but if you want more Mario Maker 2 levels that are really awesome, you should go play Higsby's levels as well, and I'll include his video in the description below if you want to get a little developer's commentary from him as well. So, this has been Milesluigi. See you next time.